Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new, my name is Christine. It's mid-October, that means it's time to plant the garlic. I just got all of mine done in the ground for the year, ready to go, and I want to take you back and show you how I did that. I'm only on my third year of growing garlic, I think, but I'm starting to learn the tricks of the trade and learning how to grow big, beautiful bulbs of garlic, and I want to share that with you guys. And so stick around. I'm going to show you some key steps that are necessary to growing really big bulbs of garlic. So come with me. I'm going to take you back over the past couple days and show you how I did it. Let's go. Okay, if you can hear some music or noise in the background, I apologize, but it's Saturday here, so it's never quiet. But I want to just go over real quick. I'm not sure if you can see very well, but it's garlic planting day, as I probably already said. And the first thing I need to do is get my garlic soaking. This year I have garlic from multiple places, but I really love Keene, K-E-E-N-E. And this is their garlic fertilizer, and they recommend doing a soak. I did it last year and I was really happy with it. So that's the first step today that I need to do, because it needs to soak for a minimum of 30 minutes, but it can also go up to overnight, even longer. Let's go over really quickly the varieties of garlic. So this is the elephant garlic. This is German extra hardy, Georgian crystal, Romanian red. And then I've never bought this before, but this is called Korean red, Wisconsin. So we'll see what we think of that. Next, I just need to get my solution mixed up and start soaking the cloves. Okay, so I've moved outside. I've got 2 gallons of water in my bucket, and we need a teaspoon of fertilizer per gallon. And then the other piece I'm adding is Neptune's Harvest fish emulsion, and it's 1/8 of a cup per gallon, so I'm going with 1/4 of a cup. These containers are small, so I'm just going to fill up a bunch. Okay, so this should be enough to get started. If I need more, I'll fill some more containers with the soaking solution. But for now, let's go get some garlic cloves and get started. So far I have some German extra hardy ready to go. Ready to go meaning ready to soak, and some Romanian red. I'm not really concerned so much this year about tracking and separating them in the beds. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this, but one thing I do want to do though is keep track of how many garlic cloves I plant this year. I did that last year and I want to do it again. 31. So far I have 31. I'm just going to bring these outside. This is some of my own garlic. Oh, look at that. They're huge. Oh my God. That's 1 clove. If there are any cloves I'm not sure about, or I just don't like how they look, I just put them aside and I'll use them for eating. I cannot believe I grew these. They are just huge cloves of garlic. And the bigger your garlic clove, the better your yield is going to be. So plant big cloves. This is a really small bulb of garlic, but the cloves are really good size. So I'm taking the largest cloves from that and planting it. And these smaller ones, they're still good, decent size, but I'm going to use these in cooking. That is 50 more. I'm just marking so I know that this row is my own homegrown garlic seed. I do want to track that as best as possible. See how it does. No. Okay, I'm just going to keep that separate over there so I know what it is. Let's move along. Okay, so I've got all of the garlic soaking now. The last thing I have is the elephant garlic that needs to soak, and I'm just going to use the bucket now for that. Okay, now that we've got everything soaking and I've got a cup of coffee, it's time to prep the beds. This is the root ball and stalk from one sunflower seed that I planted. Amazing. So as you can see, I'm really digging down in here really well, and I'm doing a lot of hand tilling, I would call it, and I just started using my shovel a little bit more, but I'm really trying to get down deep. There's a lot of roots here from the past couple of years, and I'm really trying to do a good job of getting them out and just making sure the soil is really well tilled and nice and loose, because I have found that garlic does not do well in a tight, compacted situation, which only makes sense. So I'm just trying to make sure I do a really good job, and so it's a little bit of extra work, but I think it's going to be really well worth it, and it's really important. Garlic is a heavy feeder, and you really have to amend the soil, and part of that is turning it over and getting it really well tilled and cleaned up. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now I've got this bed ready to go. I need to add, it's a raised bed mix because I didn't have the compost manure that I wanted. So I have a raised bed mix and some worm castings. I'm not really worried. I got some of this bed kind of cleaned out a little bit. I'm not planting anything in here today, but what I wanted to do was I moved the arbor over back where it was the previous year, because for the coming season, next summer, whatever you want to call it, the 2025 gardening season, I want to have this here again. I just had it in this bed for this summer and it didn't work out very well. So I'm going to have it here. So I just placed it just so that when I'm planting garlic, I just am mindful that it's there, and it is going to be for cucumbers again. So that's where I'm at. Let's continue on. So I can link this down below. It's called Coast of Maine. I don't know if you can see it. Raised bed mix. These are the worm castings. I didn't get a great shot of it here, but I will also link this down below for you. Okay, I got all the worm castings down. Now I'm going in with my garlic fertilizer. This is directly from Keen Garlic. I will link it down below. I have no affiliation with any of these companies. You always want to make sure that you plant your garlic pointy side up, and this is the root side down. I think this is one of my favorite days of the year. I just love planting and growing. I don't know what's better, harvesting the garlic or planting it. Both days though are really, really awesome. Okay, now on this far end, I'm going to do the elephant garlic, which is right here. I plant the elephant garlic slightly deeper. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm not really concerned about watering this, except just to get the fertilizer watered in a little bit. Okay, so I've got everything planted in this bed. I have a ton of garlic left over. My plan is to use grow bags tomorrow and plant the rest of the garlic in the grow bags. It's supposed to rain tomorrow though, so I'll bring you along, do the best I can. I really want to get it done though, so I think rain or shine, I'm going to try to do it. And right now I'm just going to give this a little water, just a splash, because like I said, it is supposed to rain for the next couple days, so I'm not worried about that. I just want to get that fertilizer just ever so slightly watered in, and then I'm going to call it for today. There is more work to be done. Good morning, it's the next day, and I don't know if you can see, but we've had a lot of rain. It basically started raining as soon as I finished yesterday. So I'm just super grateful that I finished what I was doing yesterday in the bed. I did not know the rain was coming that soon, but it rained a lot. And so it's going to be a muddy mess. But my goal today is to just quickly get
all the rest of the garlic planted wherever into grow bags and pots, which would bring it up to about 200 cloves. I can maybe go over my math and review that later. I have it inside, but it's time to get going. I only have a 2-hour window here where it is supposed to be dry and then rain again. So I need to get after it. Let's go. The garlic fertilizer. These are the Korean Red, Wisconsin. I did not get to yesterday. I don't know if I said this yesterday, but you're supposed to plant your garlic about 4 inches deep. I just eyeball it. I'm just going to continue on around my yard doing this very same thing, and hopefully we can find spots for all of the garlic that I have left over. This is an elephant garlic, so if this is 1 clove, you can imagine how big the entire bulb is going to be. So I'm just planting 1 in here. It's starting to rain, so I really need to turn my camera off because it's not waterproof. So I will try to come out and finish up the filming of the planting and show you where I finished the rest of the pots and just give you just a really quick overview. You get the idea though. It is now 2 days later because we had a lot of rain and I couldn't get out here. So let's just do a quick recap. Here's the original bed I started with. You saw where I planted all of the garlic that I grew from last year that I selected to plant in here, as well as a bunch of elephant garlic, as well as a bunch that I purchased from Keen. Then I came over here. I know I'm gonna eventually get this all out of order, so I think I did this next, but I don't know. These 3 grow bags. On my deck, I utilized this grow bag, this pot, this big whiskey barrel, this smaller whiskey barrel. I had geraniums in here, took those out, amended the soil, put garlic in here. Turning around, I also did these 3 containers. I put garlic in here. Over here, I utilized all 5 of these containers. This whiskey barrel right here. I put some in here as well as this matching one on the other end. So that's it. Another successful garden planting is in the books. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me in my garden today and yesterday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped you and encouraged you to get out and plant some garlic. It's so much fun. It's probably my favorite thing to plant out here and to grow and harvest. I highly recommend it. It's super easy and like I said, so fun. Thanks again. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Subscribe. It's free and I can't wait to see you next time.